Dear student, I know your preparation is going on good, and without going to waste time, let's start the O-level paper from year 2021. Okay, so this is the small help from my side where I'm going to help you how to solve and revise your chapter based on the paper already you know. Okay, why I'm telling you, because when you solve this O-level paper, okay, your 80% marks is secure, okay, which I have discussed in my previous video. So please watch my other video, it is really helpful for you, and share with your friend if you like it. You can write me in a comment, subscribe my channel, so it will boost up my, it will motivate me, and I'll make more video for you. Okay, so here I'm not going to only help you to solve the problem, here I'm going to help you that how to read the question carefully, how to analyze it, and from one question you can revise multiple chapter by linking each other. So let's start question number 121. Which pieces of apparatus must be used to be carried out or experiment to measure the change in temperature? So what is the question? You want to measure the change in temperature when 1 gram of magnesium powder is added to the dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, so read the question. The demand of question is that you want to measure the temperature via the 1 gram of the magnesium powder. It means I definitely require a thermometer, and to measure that magnesium powder I require a balance. Do I require gas syringe? No. Can you tell me why? Because you are not going to collect the gas. The question is not to collect the gas and check whether the hydrogen released or not. Okay. The question is that whether in this reaction is exothermic, endothermic, or whatever change you observe with regard to the temperature. Do I require a stopwatch? No, because this is not regarding rate of reaction, where you know how the experiment happening with respect to time. So no need. Now let's see question number 2. Colorless solution P is tested separately with the sodium hydroxide and with aqueous. So you're putting P and you're adding here what? NaOH. Okay, tell me what other cation you have to study, okay, and how you test. So in your syllabus there are the cation list, what you have studied about the calcium, zinc, lead, copper, Fe2 plus, Fe3 plus. So please make a separate list of the cation and the anion. What anion you have to study? Anion means you have to study about how to test whether the salt have sulfate ion or chloride ion or the nitrate ion, okay, and carbonate. These are the 4. Remember, this kind of question is every O-level paper. It is in MCQ and it is also in your open-ended part. So please make a list and fix near your study table. If you want me to make a video separately, I'll definitely make, but unless you'll not tell me, I'll not going to make it. So please motivate me, so I'll make more video for you, because my goal is to help the student in a different way, you know. So here, according to the question, let's see. When you put aqueous sodium hydroxide, a white precipitate, insoluble in excess, okay, so when white precipitate is going to form with the calcium as well as the zinc, but the hint is that it is insoluble even you put in excess sodium hydroxide. So zinc is gone. Why? Because zinc is going to soluble, it is become dissolved in that, in excess NaOH, but calcium is not. So now either option is B or A. So now we have to know it is chloride or sulfate ion. Okay, so what is the test for chloride ion and sulfate ion? Very important, you make a list. So please tell me in comment box how to test all these anion. So let's see the option. If you have a chloride ion, when you put the silver nitrate and nitric acid, it means when you're putting the AgNO3 plus HNO3 and you have some salt which have chloride, it will combine with this and it will form what? It will form your silver chloride, which is white precipitate. So option number A is the correct option. What is the test for sulfate? I am not going to tell you, because I want you to remember. Write in the comment box so that you will remember for long time. Now let's see question number 23. Question number 23 is telling you which diagram represents a change in a state in which energy of the particle is lost. Read the question. In which energy of particle is lost. Okay, This is from the state of matter. Okay, so tell me, in the solid what happened? The particles are very closely packed. When you give the heat, what will happen? They will go apart, convert into the liquid. Again, when you give the heat, it will go further apart and convert into the gas. So this is kind of boiling. This we do every day when we boil rice, we cook the rice. Now if you remove the heat energy, okay, what will happen? Particles will come closer. It will from condensation, gas to liquid. Again you remove the heat energy from the liquid, it will convert into the solid, which is the freezing. So particle become closer and ordered away. Now let's see the option, what energy option we have. So which change in the lost energy? Lost means this should be come closure. So D and C is already gone. Now either option A or option B. Now if you look this diagram, right, A and B, B is, this is the ordered, this is the disordered form. It means it was converting from solid to liquid, which will only happen when you energy is gained. Here what is happening? Energy is lost. So the particles come closer and form the solid. So option number B is the correct option. You have 23, 24. Which diagrams show the structure of an atom? Okay, so this is the atom. You know, inside particle is called nucleon. What is nucleon? Nucleon are the called mass number, which is the basically number of proton plus number of neutron. Okay, so how many proton you have? Positive charge 1 2 3 4 5. So proton is, you have 5 here. How many neutron you have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So mass number will be 12. So option number B is the only correct. Okay, so see, 12 is here also, here and here. Now the figure out, you know, this is the atomic number, which is 5, which is equal to proton number. So it is the option number B is the only correct option here you have. Now let's see question number 25. What is the question number 25 telling you? X is the covalent bond formed by the made from the chlorine and oxygen. Okay, covalent bond is what? What is the covalent bond? Covalent bond is formed by the non-metal and non-metal. Okay, non-metal and non-metal. How they form? By the sharing of electron. Always remember, this bond cannot form with the metal and metal, because metal never share the electron. They always lose the electron and form the cation. Now let's see the diagram. You know, chlorine, whenever you make a diagram, please make sure you know the atomic number, which is 17. Oxygen is the 8. So this is your chlorine is 2, 8, 7. Oxygen is 2 and 6. So oxygen required 2, chlorine required 1. So if this is the correct option, no. Why? Chlorine satisfied but oxygen not. B is the correct option? No, because chlorine is getting now 2, so not correct. Whether C is correct? Chlorine is 1 correct. Chlorine is 1 correct. So, but oxygen total have 6 valence electron, which is missing here. They have just shown you 2, so it's not correct. So only D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only D is the correct option here you have. Now let's see question number 26. 2 gram of calcium is completely burned in pure oxygen. So you are burning 2 gram and you are seeing calcium oxide. Which volume of oxygen is used in chemical room temperature? See, what is this ratio tell you? That when you burn the 2 mole, you will get 1, and 1 mole of oxygen is required here. So for 2 mole, how much calcium you required? You require 2 into 40, right? So for calcium you have mass 40 gram. Are we using the 2 into 40 80 gram? No. So you decide how much ratio is never going to change. Okay, for example, whether you make 1 gram of water or 36 gram or whatever, the ratio of 2 is to 1 hydrogen oxygen is not going to change. Similarly here, the molar ratio is not going to change. So figure out how much mole is the calcium here. So what is the molar mass? You know, so calcium, it's a 40. So 2 divided by 40. This is the number of mole for calcium. Okay, now you have to figure out the oxygen. So oxygen will be half of this, so 1 by 2, it means 1 by 40 mole of the oxygen will be there. Now what is the volume? You know, in 1 mole you have 24 decimeter cube. So just divide it 1 by 40, 24. You can just cut with, you know, like You can solve by the calculator as well. So it's very simple. 4 to the 10 and this is your 6, so it will be 0.6. option number C, the only correct option you have. Okay, so whenever such question which come, always try to figure out the mole. Okay, that is the only clue you have. Now let's see question number 27. The equation reaction between the dilute sulfuric acid occurs. Okay, this is question asked me several times. It has been asked in 17, it has been asked in the 18, it is also asked in I think 20 year. So this is the important question. Let's see the question. What the equation for the reaction between dilute sulfuric acid and aqueous sodium hydroxide is shown here. What is the volume of sulfuric acid? So they want volume of sulfuric acid is missing here. That is required to neutralize. This is sodium hydroxide concentration. In neutralization reaction, what happened? Acid react with the alkali and they will give you what? Salt and water. Now here if you think, in neutralization reaction the ratio should be balanced. So there are two hydrogen, right? If you have two hydrogen, there should be two hydroxide ion, which you can see here. If you have H2SO4 which is 1 mole, it is required 2 mole, because in 1 mole itself you have two hydrogen here. So molar ratio, I need a fresh page, so let's solve it here. So question is saying you that number of mole of H2SO4 and NaOH. So let's write it down. What you know, that number of moles of H2SO4 divided by number of moles of NaOH. What is the ratio? It was your 1:2. From the equation, as you can see here, it's 1:2. Now the data is given for sulfuric acid is the concentration. Okay, what is the formula of concentration? Concentration is number of mole divided by volume. So if I want to know mole, I should multiply concentration into volume, right? So number of mole H2SO4 means what? Concentration of H2SO4 divided by, multiply by volume of H2SO4 divided by concentration of NaOH multiply by volume of NaOH, which is how much they have given you. NaOH they have given you 20 centimeter cube into 20 is equal to 1/2. So I used to solve by like manually. You can use the calculator if you want. So they have given you data for H2SO4 which is 0.25. so this is your 0.25 mole, this is your 0.10 mole into V 0.1 and this is your 20 is equal to 1/2. So I can just cut it here, it will become 10. So V will be how much? Cross multiplication, if you multiply it will be 1 by 0.25, right, which is nothing but, if you solve this part, 4 centimeter cube. So let's see the option you have. Option A is the correct answer. Let me know if you have doubt, I'll explain you again. Now let's see question number 28. The temperature of the dilute hydrochloric acid and aqueous sodium hydroxide are measured separately. The two solutions are mixed and temperature of the reaction is increased. Okay, so temperature has been increased means what? It is exothermic reaction. Okay, always remember it is a neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is an exothermic reaction. So exothermic, how to remember? Exo means exit. In the theater there is exit door where we go out. So exit means out. Thermic, thermos related with the temperature. So temperature is going out. So option number C and D. Now already I have given you hint, it is going out. So option number C is the only correct option you have. Now question number 29. Methanol is manufactured by reacting carbon monoxide with hydrogen in the presence of catalyst. So this is the equation. Methanol is red. Which changes in pressure and temperature increases the rate of reaction? So which change in the pressure or temperature will increase the rate of reaction? Rate of reaction means what? Rate of reaction means how fast you can get the product in less amount of time. So rate means basically based on the relative with the time, you're getting the reaction slow or fast. So rate of reaction depends on temperature, it depends on pressure, it depends on catalyst, it depends on particle size, right? Higher the temperature, there will be faster the reaction, right? When you increase the pressure, it will again increase the rate of reaction. Why? Because when you increase the pressure, what happens? Suppose if this is a particle here, apply the pressure, what will happen? They will come closer, right? When they will come closer, what happens? They will collide, and then the collision will increase, so they will react more, and you will get a rate of reaction will increase. So now let's see option what you have. Pressure increases, temperature increases. This is the only option is matching. So this question be asked you in the open-ended. Okay, so why it is like that? Already I told you, basically rate of reaction depends on how the reactant is forming. Reactant is formed when these two will collide. A will collide with B. If you increase the pressure, what happens? They will come closer, and the collision will be happening fast. So let's see next question number 30. Chemical jet is a powerful reducing agent. What is the meaning of reducing agent and oxidizing agent? Okay, agent means helper. Okay, so this is a helper which help to reduce. So if something is helping to reduce, that will behave like a reducing agent. Okay, now this remind me to ask you, please tell me what is the meaning of oxidation, what is the meaning of reduction, because you should be knowing if you're talking about reducing agent, it is helping in reduction. So in reduction, what you should think. Okay, so oxidation, reduction, they are just reverse. Let's talk about reduction itself then. Reduction is basically what? Gain of hydrogen, loss of oxygen, then gain of electron, it means formation of anion, decrease in oxidation state. If you want to know in detail, please write in the comment box. I'll discuss further in detail. Now here these are the way it can help something to reduce. Okay, it means either it help someone to gaining the electron, means it is giving the electron, that's why it is going to reduce, to help to reduce it. Now let's see the option what you have. It's correct. Which statement is correct? So gel react with aqueous potassium iodide, it means what? Ki, and it will give you brown, which is the I2. So here -1 converting to 0. So what is happening here? It is oxidized, not reduced. So this is not correct. Now gel react with aqueous potassium iodide, producing a brown solution and lose electron in this process. Just now we have discussed this is not oxidation, this is this is not reduction, it is oxidation. So B is also gone. Now what is option number C? Gel decolorizes the acidified potassium magnet and gain the electron in this process. So gain the electron. So gain the electron means what? It is gaining the electron. When it will gain the electron, it means it is helping someone to form the cation. It means it is not again reduction, it is again oxidation. So it's helping in the oxidation because it is taking the electrons. So someone will form cation, it will form anion. So this is gone. So only option number D is the correct. So what is happening here? It is, so this is the reducing agent because the reducing agent is the only which decolorizes the potassium magnet. Okay, why? Because itself it is become oxidized by the loss of electron, and it is going to help this one to oxidize. So potassium permanganate is a good oxidizing agent, right? So if you put Z, which is a powerful reducing agent, it will help to decolorize this thing, potassium permanganate. It means it is a reducing the potassium permanganate and itself is oxidized. So option number D is the only correct option you have. Now let's see question number 31. Turmeric is a yellow natural indicator. What is the natural indicator? Indicator basically indicate, right? Very simple. Indicate. What it indicate? Whether it is acidic nature or basic nature. So turmeric is a natural indicator. It means if you give acid, if you get base, it is going to change the color, and color is fixed. So it forms a yellow solution in water. Obviously we know that this solution turns red when an alkali or base is added. This is also a hint. So red will be when you have alkali. Okay, remains yellow if you have acid, and yellow will be there if you have acid and acid is added. Now they are asking you a sample to a liquid soap, pH 8 and vinegar. So what will the color? Already all hint is given to you here. So let's see. Liquid soap means what? It is alkali, so it will change into red. So either option A and B. This is gone, this is gone. Now vinegar is acidic, so whether it will be which color, they have already mentioned it will be remain as a yellow. So option number B is the only correct option. Okay, see, the question is very simple, but they will make you like very difficult question. No problem, you break it, make some information side by, and then you link them. Now question number 32, the solubility of some salts in water is given to you. This is the same question, it has been asked in 2018. Okay, similar kind of question. So this is the soluble, this is not soluble. Which aqueous solution are mixed to prepare insoluble salt? This is again from the salt chapter. Remember, just now I was discussing with you that why you should make a list of the salt. Okay, remember the formula. So when you are making the insoluble salt, it means which method I should go? It is precipitation method. For precipitation method, what is the requirement? That the starting material should be soluble, so that the two soluble reactant mix and they will give you an insoluble product. That is the precipitation method. Write in the comment box what are the two different method of the salt formation. Now here let's see the option what you have. Can I make the insoluble salt, okay, from this part which is the barium fluoride? So you can make what? So if I want to make an insoluble salt, for example barium carbonate, can I make which aqueous solution mixed from the insoluble barium carbonate and sodium chloride? If you mix the barium carbonate and NaCl, so this is soluble, this is not soluble, so this is gone. Option number B, barium nitrate. Barium nitrate is soluble, yes. Sodium chloride is soluble, yes, but it is going to form you what? So if I write the formula, barium nitrate plus you have the NaCl, but can I get barium carbonate and NaCl? No. So here if you react, it will form what? Barium chloride and the sodium nitrate. So barium chloride and sodium nitrate, which is both are them soluble, so you don't require this. So option number B is gone, A is gone. Now C, sodium nitrate and barium chloride. Now let me erase this part what is already I have given to you. So here the purpose is that you have to make a insoluble product. Okay, so for insoluble product you should be very careful when you write the ingredient. Now next C is the sodium nitrate. So see here what we are doing, we are revising the writing the formula. The more you write, the more stronger you'll remember. Okay, barium chloride is in group number 2, so it will be plus plus, so chloride Cl2. Now when they react, what it will form? It will form your sodium chloride. Okay, is this same thing? Okay, it's the same thing, no, and it will give you barium nitrate, so both are soluble, so this is also gone. Now remaining option D is there, right? See how we have sorted. So sodium nitrate plus barium, sodium sulfate plus barium nitrate, yes. Sodium sulfate is Na2SO4 plus barium nitrate is your BaNO3 ka whole 2, because it is in group number 2. So when it is combined, what it will give you? It will give you barium sulfate plus it will give you sodium nitrate, right? So see, this is soluble, yes, this is soluble, yes, and it will give you insoluble product, which you can see the precipitate. So option number D is the only correct option. Now question number 3, element X, Y are in the same period of the periodic table. Same period means what? Please tell me. This is a revision from chapter periodic table. So period and group, they are two things. What is group? The vertical line. What is period? The horizontal line. Now group is decided by number of valence electron. What is valence electron? The electrons present in the last cell. For example, when I write 281, it means 1 is the valence electron and it is in the group number 1. What is the period? Horizontal group, and it is determined by number of cells. For example, this is the sodium. Here are 1, 2, 3 cells, so it will be number of, this is present in period number 3. Now they are in same period means what? They have fixed electron cells. X is a metal, Y is a non-metal. Okay, so it's possible because as you go this side, the first is a metal, then further non-metal. Which statement is correct? So the hint is that X has higher atomic number than the Y, which is not possible, because when you have high atomic number means X will go this side, Y will go this side, and then X is not a metal, it will be non-metal. Option number A is not correct. X has more electron, this is not correct because they have same number of cells. Y has high atomic number than X, yes, because Y will be on the right hand side and x will be this. This is not correct because the number of cells is fixed because they are in the same period number. Now question number 34. P, Q, R, S are the elements. These are the properties shown. Element X. State at room temperature. Colorless, yellow, dark, solid. Formation of the product with the sodium metals. N2P, this, and no product. Which statement is correct? Q is above R in group 7 of the periodic table. P and S are noble gas. So P and S are noble gas. How do you know it's noble gas? When noble gas, they don't react at all. So this is not correct. Now let's see the next question. You have Q is above R in group. Okay, so first see what is the clue you have. Very simple, that you have to select S is a noble gas because this is very clear no product, because sodium is very reactive, it should be react. And so option number B and D. Now focus on B and D. Okay, S till here is correct. Now Q is above R in group number 7. So Q is above R means if you have R here, Q will be here. Okay, and here they are saying that in option number B, and this is option number D, they are saying that Q is below the R. So R is here, Q here. So how we know that which is above and top? The more reactive they are in group number 7, okay, as you go down in the group 7, reactivity decrease. I'm talking about group number 7. So now let's see the option what you have. Since the color intensity, you know, group number 7, so tell me in group number 7 there are some properties. As we go down, what happen to color? It become darker. So I think here is the clue. Q is a pale yellow and this is a dark solid. So this is the only option you have, which is the B. So this is also gone. Now let's see question number 35. Some property are listed: low melting point, solid temperature, good conductivity, good conductor of heat, form acidic oxide. So oxide are of 3 types: acidic, basic and amphoteric. Please write in the comment box what is the amphoteric oxide. Write the some example. What is the basic oxide? Write the example. I'll just tell you one, which is acidic oxide. Acidic oxide is oxide formed by the non-metal. Very important. What is the example? CO2, SO2. Which of these properties typical of the non-metallic element? So now which is there, which will tell you okay this is not a non-metal. So let's see the option you have here. A good conductor of electricity and low melting point. Good conductor is not. Good conductor is only for the metal. Low melting and boiling point. Good conductor is also not. It is not good conductor of heat. Okay, now low melting and boiling form. Okay, so this is the only option C is the correct, but all the non-metals have low melting and boiling point. For example, this is the gaseous form, right? So this is not, so only option number C is the correct option you have. Now let's see question number 36. This is also repetition of the O-level question. It has been asked in 2017 I think. Please go my video and check it. 36 question. W, X, Y, Z are 4 metals react with the cold water, butter, steam. So see, this is the test for reactivity. If something reacting with cold water, it means it is very reactive. So most reactive to least reactive. So here itself you have sorted. It is either A or B. Now this is gone. Now does not react with hydrochloric acid. It means it is unreactive. So this is the least reactive, means Z is correct. Now whether Y is here or X is here, that we have to figure out. So Y reacts slowly with cold water. At least Y is reacting, right? So it will be before X. So option A is the correct. B is gone. Now 37. This is a similar question, has been asked in 2020. Exact similar question. That this is the test oxygen percentage in the air. Okay, so 80 centimeter cube of air dry measure at the room temperature is passed. So you are putting here 80 centimeter cube of the gas and you are forcing this gas to pass out here. Why? Because when oxygen is present here, it is going to combine with copper, it will form the copper oxide, and remaining gas which is unreacted will go here. So as you can see here, the volume this much and here it was only this much. So how much air is present in the air in this part? So you know that in the air there are 21% of oxygen. If you calculate 20 into 21, how much percent it will be? Around 8 to just 16. So 16 centimeter cube. So if you minus it out, 80 minus 60, it will be around how much? 4 6. So if you see the option, only C is closure, so it will be 63 centimeter. How I did that? 21% in air there is oxygen. If you put 80 centimeter cube of air, it means 21% of this is going to oxygen, which is combined to the oxygen here. So how much will be remaining? Just minus it out and it will be 64. So here it is given 63, so this is the correct answer, because this is not exact 21, it's a 20.8. So I just took the average of it. Now 38, petroleum is separated into a number of useful fractional distillation. One of the fraction is naphtha. What is the naphtha used for it? So naphtha is used as a feedstock chemical industry. Yes, you cannot use for fuel. This is for bitumen. Feedstock means basically the starting material. Several it acts as a raw material for various petrochemical industry. So question number 39, which is statement about the alkenes are correct. Alkene means what? CnH2n. It means what? Carbon-carbon double bond. What is that? Saturated and saturated head of carbon. So bonding in the carbon are two types. Okay, either you will see carbon-carbon. So basically three types. Okay, carbon-carbon single bond, double bond, and triple bond. This you don't have to study in your syllabus, so just omit it out. Only single bond and double bond. Okay, when you say saturated, it means you're talking about the carbon-carbon single bond. Always remember, it means this option is gone. They burn in excess here to produce carbon dioxide and water. The general formula is this is also gone. They react with hydrogen in presence of catalyst. They react with hydrogen in presence of catalyst. So option number 2 is correct, and then 4 is correct. So which option is C? 2 and 4, right? Nothing else is correct. So option number C is the correct option. Now to 40, the formula potassium magnet. In this, potassium magnet is a good oxidizing agent, very strong oxidizing agent. Okay, so when you put anything in presence of potassium, it will oxidize. So now let's see what it is doing. So ethanoic acid is formed by the ethanol. Yes, very good. This is the correct option, because ethanol become oxidized and it will become ethanoic acid. What is the formula of ethanoic acid? CH2H5OH. ethanol will form CH3COOH group, which is the ethanoic acid. Formula of potassium magnet, you can check, it is a KMnO4. so this is how much? 39. Plus check the magnesium, manganese, it is around 55 plus 16 to 460 64. So if you add all of them, it will be around 64 plus 55 plus 19. It's not 19 is atomic number, so 39. Okay, I put it here 39. So if you add all of them, it will be around 158 gram. So this is also not correct. So you can check other option. This is oxidizing agent, so only option A is the correct. So option number A is the correct. So please write in the comment box how much you received out of 20 marks. Okay, even though you're receiving 19 out of 20, I will say it's great, because I know that's a great. But if you good 20 out of 20, because revising all the paper, it's really very good. So please keep revising and let me know how was the video, so I'll make more video for you. And all the best. Thank you so much.